All right, we are recording. So, what's up, Holly? So we are going to do a structured power hour so that we can have a guideline of what we need to be doing to actually move the needle forward, to build an income, to build a business. These are the things that we need to be doing on a daily basis so that we're not just spending an hour being busy, but not actually accomplishing anything. These are the things that we're going to do to be productive every day. Okay, so we're going to do an action hour, but first I want to talk about the Success Club trip, which is next year we are going to Punta Cana again. So this year, everything starting from January 1st through December 31st, all of your Success Club points are going towards next year's trip. Anyone who is watching this right now, anyone who's watching the recording, you can earn an invitation to this trip. It is super, 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 super easy to earn the majority of the money that you need to basically get the trip paid for. Success Club 5 every month is going to give you 5 trip dollars per Success Club point. So 5, 10, 15, 20, $5 a month is what you would earn towards the Success Club trip. But Success Club 10 every month going forward is going to earn you 10 trip dollars. So if you strive to hit Success Club 10 every month, which should be your goal if you want to go on this trip and not have to pay for it. If you're in Success Club 10 every month, it's 100 trip dollars a month, and these trips are typically $1,200. So 10 times 10 is $100 a month times 12 months, $1,200. Make sense? You cannot get invited if you don't opt in. So go to successclubtrip.com/2020 and opt in and get on the list. If you're not on the list, you will not get an invite. Next, I just want to talk about Coach Summit. It is in Indianapolis. We have a house rented this is who is registered so far on our team, just our team, not Transform Me. There are more people on Transform Me going, but we have 3 houses rented. Basically, the house that we stayed in last year is rented. There's like a little, what are those things called? Like a lock-off house that we rented as well, and we rented the house across the street. I want us to fill up the house across the street. I think that would be awesome. So it's a $50 non-refundable deposit, and then it's $150 total we have it the 11th through the 15th, but Coach Summit, I want to say, is the 13th through the 15th of July. Probably should have put that on there. Rachel Hollis is going to be the keynote speaker. I am insanely excited to see her speak. I think she is awesome. Obviously, most of us have read Girl Wash Your Face. If you haven't, please do. I hope everybody's doing personal development of some sort. And this is our current Success Club board. We don't have anybody in Success Club yet. Holly, you are leading the team right now with 4 Success Club points. I am at 2. Lauren Suriani is at 2. Morgan Anderson is at 2. I'm so happy to see Lauren and Morgan on the board with some points this month. I would love to see all of us lock in Success Club 5 at least, if not 10. Let me know how I can help you guys with those conversations. This power hour that we're about to do is going to help you so that you do get Success Club points. So with that being said, I don't have anything else to share on my screen. So we are just going to, we are just going to jump right into it. So I'm going to get a timer set on my phone because I think it's going to be super efficient if we time everything that we're doing, because that way we're not spending 15 minutes doing something that should only take us like 2 to 3 minutes. It's just going to be a more effective use of our time. So I am going to do this right along with you guys. This is how I think the most structured power hour I've ever done, the most effective power hour, and just the one that makes the most sense to me that I've ever done. Brittany Leggett from the Dynasty United hosted one of these like a year ago, and it has stuck with me ever since. It's been my favorite power hour ever since, and I think we will find a lot of value from this doing it this way. So first up, guys, I want you to decide when you are going to be working every day. When is your power hour? When is your workout? When is your power hour? Those are the 2. Obviously, this is a fitness business. You need to be working out every day or 6 days a week, or if you're doing Lift 4, then 4, but other than that, 6 days. You need to be following a program. You need to be proof of the products. You need to be proof that these programs work. So when is your workout every day? And when is your power hour going to be? And if you don't have time for a full power hour, I want to know when your 2 30-minute half hours are going to be, because otherwise we are not really working this as a business. We're kind of doing this for fun and probably spending a lot of time on social media, feeling like we're busy, but not actually accomplishing anything. So that's what I want to know first. If you want to put it in the chat box, feel free, or Holly, it's just you and I, because we are committed to this business. So when is your workout every day, and when is your power hour typically?
I usually power hour at my lunch now, so from 12 to 1 I power hour, and I've been power houring at like 8:15 while I'm at work. And then I send like a bunch of invites when I first get to work, and then follow up with all those and do the rest of my time at lunch. And then I work out before and after work because cruise bod.
We're getting ready for that cruise in March. Okay. So I'm going to set the timer for 60 seconds. For 60 seconds, I want you to open up Facebook, and I will do this right along with you. You're going to open up Facebook, and you are going to click on either your boyfriend, your sister, your best friend, your husband, your whatever, someone that you love, someone that you know, someone that has a lot of friends that you might want to connect with. I want you to go to their page, and I want you to go to their friends, and for 60 seconds, we are going to add friends. Click on people, don't overthink it, just add friends from those mutual friends, or I guess they won't be mutual, but add friends from someone that you love and care about and loves You's page. Use. Just start adding, start a minute right now. I am going to go to my husband's page, although I probably have done this before. He doesn't have a lot of friends, so that's not going to be an efficient use of my time. So I'm going to go to my sister. And I'm going to go to her friends list. And who might I get along with? Got about 20 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Hopefully you've added at least 4 or 5. Doesn't have to be something that you think about too much, just somebody you might get along with. Look at their page. Okay, there's our timer. Pretty quick and simple, honestly. Doesn't have to take too much thought. And then next, we are going to go to Instagram for this. So if you're on your phone, you might need to go to your computer or vice versa. So we're going to open up Instagram. And we are going to take 5 minutes. And let's say, look around your house right now. If you're looking at my screen behind me, you might see my gallery wall. So I might use like Hobby Lobby, for example. I'm wearing Old Navy pants. I might use Old Navy. You're going to search either in the hashtags or I say hashtags. Search hashtags for something that interests you. I might search purple hair because I just dyed my hair purple, and I might get along with people who do the same thing. I have a tapestry behind me. I might search boho decor. I might search, I live in the mountains. I live in Colorado. We like to go hiking. I might search hiking. So choose 1 or 2 things that interest you that not necessarily everyone is going to be interested in, and go find posts. You're going to like those posts, and from those posts, maybe you're going to look at the likers, and you're going to see that 150 people like this post. And those are probably people that you're going to get along with pretty well because they have the same interests as you. So you're going to go to their pages and see if they might be someone you're going to jive with. So we're going to take 5 minutes starting now. Okay, so I'm going to search hiking adventures because that is a hashtag that I'm following. And I'm going to look at some pages. If my internet wants to work. So, okay, I might see a girl that is like on a hike. Pretty straightforward and simple. Mountains in the background. 50 people like that photo. Well, I might get along with those 50 people, so I'm going to check out those likers and go to their page. If I find someone that looks like they're in my market, that looks like, try to avoid people who are super like fitness, because if they're not a coach, they've probably potentially been invited by a coach already. And you're just going to like probably 2 or 3 of their more recent photos and comment on 1 or 2. And it doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, you would be a great fitness coach. We're not even looking for coaches at this point. We're just looking for people to connect with and kind of expand our markets. We're looking for potentially people who want to be challengers. So I might click on this girl's and say, oh my gosh, your dog is so cute, if she's hiking with her dog. Or, oh my gosh, I love that. I'm a dog mom too. What kind of dog is that? Like, just something that you would actually say in normal conversation. It doesn't have to be anything like awkward. It doesn't have to be anything uncomfortable. Just something you would actually say in real life. Okay. Got about 3 minutes left. Hopefully you should find probably 5 accounts, I'd say, that you can click on and like, oh my gosh, your lashes look awesome. Actually, I'd say something more like, girl, those lashes are on point. Okay. Or this one of people in the hot springs. Those look amazing. Oh my gosh. Where are you hiking? And I try to avoid like accounts that have like, I'd say more than 10,000 followers. I try to avoid them just because I feel like you kind of get lost in the mix. I look more for people who have like a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand, but more in the less than 1,000 range, just because they're more likely to not have been like sought out after by other coaches, by other, network marketers, not have a bad taste in their mouth from anything by any means, and just kind of being willing more to have a conversation with you. Those bigger accounts even sometimes block you from like being able to comment on certain things, stuff like that. How much time we got left? Got about 1 minute and 10 seconds. So don't take too much time trying to search for like perfect pictures, trying to search for like, oh my gosh, this girl is my absolute soulmate. Just, all right, this is a cool picture. I think we might get along. I'm going to like this and say just a normal comment. Don't do just like strictly emojis either, because no one's going to reply to that. A genuine just comment that you would say in real life. Got about 30 seconds left. And that's a really, really good strategy anytime you're power houring, to look at photos and accounts of people that you would really connect with, and looking at who is liking those photos. Because again, if they're liking the same stuff you're liking, they're probably going to be someone who you would get along with pretty well and be able to have a good conversation with. Okay. All right. 5 minutes done. And next, we are going into IG stories. So hopefully everyone here, I'm pretty sure everyone who is going to be watching this has an Instagram. Instagram stories are up at the top of, if you can even see, oh, I have a message coming through. It's all these circles with the color around them. That's an Instagram story. It means that someone posted to their story. You can see it for 24 hours. So I want you guys to go up to the Instagram stories, this picture of this girl, and just click on the newest one. My Instagram is really not wanting to load right now, but click on the most recent one and just engage in people's Instagram stories. And we're going to take 5 minutes to do that as well. Again, try to avoid, like if you're following, I don't know, Kim Kardashian or like big accounts like that, that's a not an effective use of time. So efficient use of time. So just maybe somebody you haven't talked to at all, maybe someone that you're friends with but you haven't connected with in a long time, anything like that. Just look at what they're up to. They're posting a picture of their dog. They're posting a picture of their kid. Just genuine, like thoughtful comments, not just emojis, not just, oh my gosh, cute, or, you know, one word answers, kind of something that's going to actually start a conversation. Somebody's on a trip or you see them, they're like on an airplane. Lately, a lot of people are like taking vacations and posting that they're at the airport, like, oh my gosh, where are you headed? I'm in desperate need of a vacay. Something super, super simple. Take 5 minutes. You should probably be able to, I'd say, connect with like 10 people. And this is just 10 genuine connections with people that doesn't have to take a lot of thought, doesn't have to take a lot of effort, just starting a conversation. Okay. Got about 3 minutes left. I actually need to plug my phone in before it dies. Try to skip over, like, I don't know, people that you talk to super frequently, people that are like your friends in real life that you're always talking to. Try to use this time a little bit more efficiently to create some new connections that might not have been there. And a lot of the times people might not answer you because if they're not following you, it's going to go to their filtered messages, and it'll show up as a request. So they might not answer you, but that's okay. You have created a ton of connections already just in the last like 15 minutes of genuine comments and genuinely being interested in someone's life. So we got about 2 minutes left before we are moving on. Definitely doesn't have to be anything weird. It doesn't have to, don't talk anything about what you do or inviting them yet, anything like that. We are just forming connections and having conversations with people. And I am going to grab my phone charger while you guys finish that up. Got a minute and a half left. Holly, since you're on with me right now, how does it feel? Like, does it feel awkward? Does it feel uncomfortable? Do you feel like it's hard to start new conversations, or is it kind of just like
No, I like it. I like this power hour a lot.
Sweet. Okay, 30 seconds left. Try to send a couple more, and then we will move on to the next thing. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So we're moving on to the next thing. And we're going to start some invites. So a lot of the times it's going to be, this is what people tend to be the most afraid of, I feel like, for some reason, because you're kind of putting yourself out there, you're asking someone to do something with you. But if you think about it as, think about what this lifestyle, this opportunity, and this invite to you brought about into your life. It does not have to be like inviting with okay, I'm going to sell them this challenge pack and I hope that they get this. And it just needs to be a genuine invitation because you know what this opportunity did for you, and not even necessarily you as a coach, you know, what it might have brought for you financially so far, and what it might have brought for you in terms of, you know, maybe you earned the Success Club trip this year, or going on a retreat or something like that. But what it's done for you and just your self-love and your mental health and your physical health, and how incredible that is as far as being a real life-changing opportunity and you wanting to have someone else experience that. Okay, so we're going to take 10 minutes to do this one. We are going to invite, I think we can invite 20 people in 10 minutes, because let's go to our last post on Instagram, because of course you're a coach and you're sharing everything and you're posting daily on your Instagram, and you're going to go to the most recent likes on your Instagram page. And if you have not already reached out to, like, let's say you have 50 likes on that photo and maybe half those people you've never reached out to, send an invite to someone who liked that post saying something super simple. Hey, I always use people's names, even if I'm copying and pasting an invitation for liking my post, because I think it's a lot more personal than, hey girl. I think it's really easy for people to scroll past those messages, because there are so many network marketers out there now that are just copy pasting hey girl messages. So, hey name, thanks so much for liking my post on Instagram today. Were you interested in what I do, or were you just showing some support? It's totally cool either way. Like, that is such a simple invite. You can do that on Instagram and on Facebook. Hopefully you have at least 10 just from that. And then I want you to send 10 coaching invites as well, because coaching is really where we start to earn an income. Building a business is where this starts to be a real thing, when you have people who actually want to be a part of a team and coach with you. So coaching, again, hopefully you're posting about coaching and what coaching has done for you, because otherwise, I just lost my train of thought and my computer is being super slow. All right, just had some dinner finishing up over there. Okay, so you should be posting something about coaching on not necessarily a daily basis, at least a couple times a week. I try to say something or post something about coaching every single day. So whether that be in my Instagram stories with a poll saying like, send me more information, or I want to get started, or typically my posts on Instagram have some sort of snippet about coaching in them. And so if I'm inviting someone that liked that post, I can say, thanks so much for my post about coaching. You know, were you just showing some support, or did you have some interest in what I do as a coach? It's totally cool either way. Because honestly, like I said, coaching is what's going to be what moves your business forward and what continues to just be. I'm totally losing my train of thought. It's been a long day. We want to prioritize invites to coaching. Invites for challengers are super important too, because that's what we do. We help people get results with their health and their fitness. But at the end of the day, we still need to be inviting to coaching. So we have about 6 minutes left. And so hopefully you guys are sending out those invites. And you are you don't have to overthink this. This does not have to be something that's super uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be gross. It doesn't have to be like I said before, when you're talking to people, like speak from your heart, speak from what this opportunity in this business in this life did for you, because this is a gift that we are giving to people. And I honestly, it sounds so cheesy, but at the end of the day, like someone inviting me to this was a gift, because it changed every aspect of my life. I lost excess weight that I needed to. I made new friends. I, got healthier. I got in shape. And that's what people need. Like there are people out there right now who feel like they've tried everything, because they've tried going to the gym and they didn't know what they were doing there. They have maybe paid for a personal trainer, but the personal trainer was so expensive that they only went, a couple times a month, and they didn't see any results from it. Or they tried, the detox teas and the wraps and the pills and all that other stuff, which we know, is really sexy and appealing sometimes, but it's not a long-term lifestyle change for someone like this is. So we need to always invite from that place. That place, it's like cheesy and emotional, but like that place in our heart where we know that this is truly something that can change someone's life. So I want you to just keep inviting with that kind of in the back of your mind, and going from, this can be strictly from likes on your post. This doesn't even have to be cold invites whatsoever. We've got about 4 minutes left. And I know my internet is a little spotty, so hopefully this whole team call gets recorded. And if not, this is why we jump on things live. So I'm going to switch over to it on my computer since my phone's not loading, and try to send out some more invites from there. Okay, we have just under 3 minutes to go. And I want you guys to think, like, what is this? Is this pretty easy? Like, sometimes you need that guidance from a structured power hour with people like telling you, like, okay, you're going to do this from this time to this time. You're going to do this from this time to this time, because it's super, super easy to get distracted and start doing other stuff. And you're doing invites first so that you don't get sucked into your Facebook Messenger with tons of people that you need to follow up with. So that is why we're doing the invitations first. And this should be new people that you have not invited yet. So if you do go into your likes and you see that you've invited that person, skip them for now. Okay. Hopefully you've sent at least 5 challenger invites and 5 coach invites, at least. I want you to shoot for 10 and 10. 3 and 5 used to be enough invites to send on a daily basis, 3 to 5, but that's just not the way this business works anymore. And if you want to see your business moving forward, you need to be inviting more people. That is just the way it works at the end of the day. So we are about a minute left. Okay. About 20 seconds left, so send that last final one. Don't reply to anyone if anyone has responded back to you. We are strictly inviting. We are not checking our messages and following up and getting lost in the rabbit hole that is Facebook Messenger and Instagram messages. Okay, there's 10 minutes. If you are watching the recording, I want you to shoot me a message right now, super quick. Tell me how many you got sent. Because this is what is going to help you build a business. The inviting is the only thing that is going to keep you moving forward in the right direction. I will say that over and over and over and over again, because you can post 50 times a day on social media, but do not expect people to see that and immediately send you a message saying, what are you doing? I want to buy it, because it's just not how it works. You absolutely have to, 13, Holly, that's awesome. You absolutely have to be inviting and expanding your market to talk to new people, to invite more people, because otherwise this is strictly a hobby. Okay, so now 5 minutes, we are just going to follow up with invites that we sent maybe yesterday, the day before, the week before. Sometimes it gets super overwhelming I'm gonna start 5 minutes now. Sometimes it gets really overwhelming after you've sent all these messages and people are replying, and now all of a sudden you have 30 unread messages. Sometimes I don't want to reply to that quite yet. So I'm going to go back into my messenger and see what my messages look like from my invites from yesterday. Okay. Excuse me. This is also a really good time. Like, I have someone I sent a link to that hasn't purchased yet. So those people I'm going to reach out to and say, like, hey, did you have a chance to look over that link that I sent you? do you have time to complete that enrollment so that I can get you set up today? I've got a spot saved with your name on, and I'm just super excited for you. I can't wait for you to join us. Simple as that. Another good example of a follow-up, if you have maybe invited someone to coaching, invited someone to join you, and they have, yeah, maybe it's not the right time. I'm kind of interested. I'm just not sure yet, et cetera, et cetera. Send those people a message as well. Just being like, I know we talked in the past about coaching. And I think it could really help you to, like, something personal. Let's say they struggle with staying accountable. I really think this could help you stay accountable to your fitness and your nutrition. Or maybe they really are struggling financially and they want to do all of this, but they want to be able to, provide some income to their family as well. I really think coaching can help you provide that second stream of income or that first stream of income if they're, stay-at-home mom, to be able to pay, pay down some groceries or even just pay for your products, like whatever it might be. I have faith that you would be great at this. And I have this new coach mentorship that's starting. Ours personally just started here like a week ago. So we wouldn't be inviting them probably till next month. But I have a new coach mentorship that's starting February 1st. And I really want you to be a part of this. I believe in you so much. I think that you would be amazing at this. Like, what do you think? Just super simple, but personalized to that person so that it's not just a copy paste like, hey girl, are you ready? Hey girl, did you think any more about it? Because I feel like people just kind of scroll past those messages. So hopefully you are following up with anybody that you have. You can go back as far as you have to if you haven't sent follow-ups in a little while. Okay. About a minute left, guys. This is your first power hour and you are going through this and you are sending all the messages and you are sending the invites and you are sending the follow-ups. I just want you to know that I'm really excited for you. I'm very proud of you because sometimes this can be really just like overwhelming and you're not really sure where to start. And for me, it was structured power hours like this that got me like, okay, this is what I actually need to be doing on a daily basis to actually make this a business, to actually see some income, to actually help some people. So I hope that you guys are feeling the same way. Okay. Hopefully you are all set because that is all the time we have for that one. Okay, and I want to move on to the next one. And now we are going to follow up with our current challengers, customers, clients, whatever you would like to refer to them as of right now. 5 minutes, follow up with the people that you maybe have in your challenge group right now. And if you don't have anyone, if you are brand new and you're like, well, what the heck am I supposed to do now? Continue following up with those people that maybe told you that they weren't quite ready before the holidays, but they wanted to start after the new year. Scroll through your messenger a little bit farther if you have to, but just spend 5 minutes following back up with those people that were potentially interested. Otherwise, if it's your clients, your challengers, I want you to just, how are you doing this week? I try to send a message to them weekly. Daily is a little much unless they're like, hey, and they're like messaging you every day. So you'll get some of those people sometimes who just need that extra accountability. They're typically going to message you though. But otherwise I check in on a weekly basis. Hey, how's everything going? How are you liking that program? What non-scale victories have you seen? How can I help you stay on track if you fell off the wagon, something like that. Just super simple. You know your clients, they've, you know, trusted you enough to purchase from you. So it's not weird for you to reach back out to them. You should be, so that they continue to trust you and, you know, want to be a part of this organization. So just reach out to them. My internet's being super shoddy, so I am trying to send some of these messages on my computer. We have about 3 minutes. This is how we stay on track with what the vital behaviors are. Like, this is how we don't get wrapped up scrolling Facebook and thinking that, you know, we just worked for 2 hours when really all we did was just scroll our news feed and like kind of like some stuff and kind of talk to some people. Like, these are the things that will absolutely, if you do them and commit to them every day, will move your business forward, hands down. Got about 1.5 minutes. About 40 seconds. And my dog whining behind me. "15 more seconds. Finish up those follow-ups, you guys. Okay. All right, next. This is something that I do every single day because it will literally take you a minute, if that long. And I'm going to set the timer for 60 seconds because we're going to just send happy birthday messages. So if you're on your computer and you just go to your Facebook homepage, over on the right-hand side, you'll see events. Well, actually, it'll show up as a little present and it'll say people's names if there's a birthday. Otherwise, you can click all the way on the left-hand side of the page, events, and it will show whoever's birthday is that day. So I have 6 people who have happy birthdays today. I don't write on their wall. I send them a message because it's another way to start a genuine conversation with someone. Like, when someone sends me a happy birthday message, I'm like, aw, like, that was nice. They were thinking about me. So 60 seconds, go. I actually messaged this girl today and didn't realize it was her birthday.
I hate when that happens.
Personalize it if you can. Like, always use their name, obviously. I just keep it short and sweet. Like this girl, I've actually been friends with her for the longest time, but hey, Donna. Actually, I always call her Donnie instead of Donna. And that's just another way to start an awesome, like, kind, genuine conversation. Happy birthday. I typically say, oh, timer's up. Hopefully you got up sent. I'm going to send one more. Happy birthday, Darcy. Hope you have the best day ever. Do you have any fun plans? Okay. And last thing, and I do think this is something that a lot of people miss, but it is super important, and it is adding value to your team page. So whether that be our Fearless and Free page, the Team Transform Me page, whatever it might be, add value. And by add value, I mean if you see that someone was welcomed as a new coach, comment and say, oh my gosh, welcome, I'm so happy to have you. Because you were a new coach once, and it feels good to actually have people acknowledge that you're taking the leap to become a coach. If you see that someone rank advanced today, girl, congrats on hitting Emerald. Because we are a community, and that's how you actually feel like you're a part of the team, when you engage with the people that are on the team. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. This is going to be our last step of our power hour. And I'm going to go to the coach page. And if you have questions, ask them in the team page. If someone else asks a question and you know the answer to it, answer. That's how we become, friends. That's how we make this more of a community. That's how you give back to the other coaches and feel like you're actually a part of a team instead of just a, face in the crowd. Okay, got about 4 minutes left. Got about 3 minutes left. If you feel like you've done what you can in the coach page, then I want you to go to your Coach Online office and log in and check out what the coach breaking news might be, see what's new for this month, because that's another way that you can contribute to the team, is just by sharing, oh my gosh, did you guys know about this? Whatever it might be. Got about a minute and a half left. Anything that you can do that you feel like would be beneficial or adding value to someone in our page. And if you're totally stuck and don't know what to do, you can even go into the challenge group that you're in and give some people some encouragement, share the love a little bit in there as well. All right. So that is where I think we're going to end the power hour. I want to know what questions, comments, concerns you have. If you feel like you just crushed it and sent a bunch of invites, or if you still have, I don't know, any sort of questions, I guess, feel free to ask.
I'm feeling really good. It's just my struggle is I feel like I like power multiple hours a day because I'm really, really pushing for this to be my full-time business. And I get to the point where like the number of people that accept my friend requests do not exceed the number of messages I'm sending out. So like I'm running out of people to message. Like people will like all of my pictures but ignore all of my messages. And so I literally just sent someone a message and be like, girl, I see you liking every single one of my pictures and then leaving me on red. What is up? Like, yes, it's forward, but like, then like unfollow me if you're going to just ignore me.
I know it's super frustrating sometimes, but I try to just understand that some people are way too like nervous to commit to something, because when I was invited, I think I told her I was interested, and then she sent me a link and I like ignored it, and I ignored her messages like 4 times. And then finally I was like, okay, yeah, I am ready. And I think for some people, they just maybe need some extra time. And like, I just have to like understand and respect that.
No, I get that. Like, it's not so much when people start talking to me and ghost me. It's when people don't ever respond. Like, didn't even respond to the, hey, thanks for the love.
Yeah, no, I know that's tough, but I think that's kind of just the way this business is now. Like,
I know. And I do know
year,
that.
2 years, 3 years ago, like it was super easy to be like, hey girl, you know, I was just wondering if you wanted to do this health and fitness thing with me. And now there's just so many other network marketers out there, and there's so many that I think just send those copy paste, hey girl, do you want to try this weird, like awkward, like not personalized, no relationship building whatsoever type messages that just, I think, leave people with a bad taste in their mouth. So I think they don't even like read those messages. I think they just see like, oh, I haven't talked to this girl yet. She's probably trying to sell me something. What the heck? And then they like leave you on red. But I will say that some of the people that now are wanting to be coaches on my team and are discount coaches as of right now were people that ignored my messages. So I think you just kind of have to trust your gut in a sense. Like, does this person seem like, number one, someone that I can see either being a coach on my team or me investing a lot of time in because they want to make a positive change? Or are they someone that's posting about, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something on Facebook, like that they're doing patches and pills and wraps and they're not into like a lifestyle change, you know? And I think you know the difference of that. I know it's frustrating and it's not really like an answer, but I hear you. It happens. I think just continue trying to.
Honestly, like that's a struggle, obviously, but my biggest struggle is having enough people to talk to. Like,
how are you doing on Instagram? Like, as far as talking to people, do you have a lot of conversations there?
most of mine have been on Facebook, but I am transitioning. It's just harder for me in my opinion, it's harder for me on Facebook on Instagram, because like when I add someone on Facebook, I see when they accept it and then I can go and like talk to them. But on Instagram, that doesn't happen. And like I run into private accounts a lot and then like I request them and then I don't know that they accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily see it. And it's like, they're just sitting there waiting for me to initiate the conversation.
Yeah.
And like I just don't love that I don't get notified when I have like when requests are accepted.
Are your notifications on? Because you should get one that says so-and-so accepted your follow request.
No, I don't ever get that. Let me look.
I typically do. I don't follow a lot of private accounts simply because if I don't know the person, I don't know if they're my market. I don't know if there's someone.
That's when we were just doing that power hour and you're like, click on people that like the picture. Everybody I clicked on was private and I didn't request them, but I'm like, I just spent so much time clicking through private account. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh.
No, I know it'll happen sometimes, not all the time, but I have had my most of my luck, I think, lately on Instagram, at least for having like really good, genuine conversations by simply doing that and commenting on a lot of posts in a day. Aside from just this power hour, I'll spend a little bit more time engaging to be social on Instagram so that my stuff pops up to more people, so that more people, like, you know what I mean, are willing to have a conversation with me and stuff like that. So
I really prefer Facebook. It's just, I don't.
And different things work for everyone. I just like that that Instagram allows me to talk to so many more people.
Yeah. No, I know. And I see the value of Instagram for sure, because I've expanded my network easier on Instagram. I think people are more trusting on Instagram because I think most of this network marketing happens on Facebook.
I think you're right.
What?
I think you're right.
Yeah. So like, I think, but it's because it's so much easier. Like that's why it happens.
Exactly. Yeah. Instagram, I think, takes a little bit more strategy, because on Facebook it's just like, oh, this person has 11 mutual friends, friend. Whereas Instagram, I can get a better picture of someone's life, and if I'm actually gonna like get along with that person, and then I'm like, oh, they seem super cool. And then my favorite part is when someone isn't private and you can see their stories, and that is the easiest way ever of starting a conversation with someone. And that's how so many of mine have started, is just because they're posting stuff on their Insta stories, and you don't even necessarily have to follow someone to be able to comment on their Insta stories, which is cool. So
I really need to spend some time to go through my Facebook and like delete other network marketers because they're taking up my number. It's like I'm not to 5,000 yet, but like they just need to go.
100% agree. I'm going to stop recording.